Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the glorious Road to 105. You catch me on this lovely Saturday afternoon for me, Monday afternoon for you. And yeah, we've got a little bit of training, back to the basics, John and I in the PT. Towards the end of the session, Jacek, I hold the pads for Jacek. He gets a couple good rounds in. And yeah. Joe, it's just been a really good week. I have just come back from my fourth session this week. We're on Saturday, as I said. So 4 out of 7, which is pretty good. I think we should always be aiming for 4 out of 7, just actually if we're pushing. I think there's a world where I can do 5 or 6. There's a world where I can do 7, let's be honest here. There is a world where we can definitely do 7. But 4's a good hit. I'm happy with 4. Been a very productive week. Today we did circuit, and then it's just been non-stop tie for the rest of the week, which has been excellent. But yeah, we're in round 1 here. We're looking, to be honest, we're looking quite sharp. Pretty nice. Yeah, very happy with how we're looking. It felt really good. This was from Monday, so this is the first session of the week. Feeling really sharp. Obviously, we did mention in the last video, we did have a bit of an injury after that half Ironman. I don't want to call it an injury, because I don't actually think it was an injury. I think it's just mass fatigue, right? So the way I describe it is like just horrific shin splints, absolutely horrific. The day after I could barely walk on it, and then a couple of days after there was no way I could be doing kicks, nothing like that, no teeps, nothing. I actually went on the following, it was Thursday we did it, the following Wednesday I went to Thai, and I literally just stood in the corner and was like, I'm going to just hit the bag a little bit and make myself feel better. Barely did any work, and that's basically because we could barely move our legs. So, is what it is. But we're fully recovered now. Obviously, you can see here, throwing some nice kicks and really kind of just getting in the motion, which is nice. Elbows are moving really well at the moment. I'm feeling really good. We did... on Wednesday, we did a bunch of elbow stuff, like a spinning back elbow, and that was... I don't think I'll ever use it. Like, I think it's more of like a... I don't want to say a decorative thing, but I do think it's coming into round 2 here. I do think, for me, it's more of a decorative thing. It's more of a fun, like, showy-offy thing. I'll never use that. But yeah, so round 2, again, still on the Thai pads, bringing in some knees and stuff. We're focusing on getting that knee like sharp and up and back down to stance, because the problem is when I throw the knee, I like throw everything through it, and if you throw everything through it, you just put yourself totally off balance. So I need to chill out a little bit, throw it up, and pull it straight back into kind of not guard, but back into stance, if to say. I'm gonna go have a wee drink. Oh, it goes down well. For those of you that are asking and looking at the green camera, this is in fact, yes, it is a flower vase. I think that it's not important, but I think it's nice to have like drink. You want a big drink, right? You don't want a wee little baby drink. So, and I want to be drinking out of a glass container. I think it tastes better. Most things taste better out of glass. And the way to get a big glass container is a flower vase. So a little bit of MuzLghtYr law for you there. I drink out of a flower vase. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm really just rambling in this video, which is quite nice, Not every video has to be fully in on the training and all the locked in. But this week, diet's been exceptional. Last night, we kind of went a little bit crazy. This was Friday night, so went a little bit crazy. We made homemade pasta, absolutely banging. Wish I got some more photos and videos of it, and I could have just put it on the channel, but I didn't. But it was really good. We also had a bottle of wine. Not really my thing, but I just fancied it, so I did. So today we're not eating a lot, which is quite sad because now I'm really hungry. But it is what it is. We've got to stay in that deficit. I just fuck it up there. You can see me. I like jab. I don't hook, and then I just jab and go to kick John in the face. Luckily, I catch it, which is good. But obviously, it's supposed to be jab, hook, kick. And that's the end of. I think this is the last one. Yeah, end of round 2. Oh, one more, my bad. You can tell I'm a wee bit rusty on the old mic. We've not really done a lot of like commented speaking. This here obviously on the, I don't really know what to call this pad. I'm going to call it the heavy pad because obviously we are just very much hooking and a couple of uppercuts in there. I think we throw some uppercuts in. Obviously you've got like a body hook left, body hook right, hook top, hook top, left, and right, and then you've also got like rear hand, front hand, uppercuts if we choose to. But this round, John really just uses this kind of actually push me to the edge. So you see, obviously, we kind of walk off the screen here, which is a little bit silly, but we do jump back into frame in just a second. Thank God we're back in the frame. But I'm really feeling it. I love these rounds. These rounds are very much kind of suited to myself. Strong, powerful punches, like one at a time, not ridiculously long combos, which I'm going to forget. And they're really solid. So, yeah, just a really nice session. I think that I'm leaning too far forward here. I think that I need to be stood up further, pop down into it, then pop back up, instead of just bending over, leaning forward, and just hitting like that. Because it just looks sloppy. It looks really sloppy, and I don't like it. But this round has gone for a while. We do... I think it must be a good kind of 2.5 minute round of this. Normally I'd speed this up, but as I said, we've been real rusty here. Editing's kind of to a minimum, but we're all right with that. It is what it is. But yeah, I really enjoy these rounds, and I think that I am pretty solid when it comes to these rounds. You can see, which I think is really funny, and it's something that I've had people comment on. Like, if you see when I stand up on the navy top, you can just see the sweat dripping down the front of it and on the back, and it just gets all sticky. I say sticky, it's just wet and damp. But I sweat really badly. It's not even a fat thing. I've always just sweat really badly. Whenever I exert myself, I'm just nasty. But it is what it is. Like, we know who we are. When we finish training, we don't even put our hoodie on. We sling it over our shoulder, just walk out with the sweat dripping off us, get in the car, and just get home straight into the shower. This is just finishing this round here, just kind of a final punch out, and then obviously tap gloves for a finish. These rounds, these are actually, okay, I take it back. These are my favourite rounds, where we take the gloves off and we exclusively do just kind of the fast pads for boxing. The one thing I want to note on is I do worry that sometimes, I don't know if this is bad, I think it's good that John does it, but I'm not really sure. I hate the kind of when he slaps my hands, I think that it looks really shoddy, and it's like, you see those videos of boxers holding their hands and the guy just hitting them with the pads, and I'm like, oh, don't ever let that be me. Don't ever let that be me. But this round looks really sharp. I'm really happy with it. A lot of rolling. I'm not the best roller, I'll be honest. I don't even know if you call it a roller, but my foot movement's not good enough right now. Obviously, when we went boxing back in North Yorkshire, they told me a thing to roll, you roll into one, twist your ankles, and roll into the other and twist your ankles, and I just haven't nailed it yet. I should really focus probably a bit more on boxing, because I think that's where my strengths lie. Well, I don't know if it's where my strengths lie. I don't actually know. I don't think I have strengths. I think I'm just very mediocre, actually less than mediocre fighter, and that's fine. Do you know, that's fine. It's a fitness thing. We're not actually signing up for a fight yet. I don't know if we're going to ever, but that would be a nice option. Would be a nice little challenge to get on the channel. But we are very much a mediocre fighter, and we're all right with that. It's a fitness thing for us. But yeah, these combos are looking well. Very happy with this. Obviously, he's telling me the new combo. I can't really tell what it is. It's up roll. It says up hook roll at the moment. There will be more. He doesn't think I'm that much of a retard. It's just up hook roll at the moment. Hopefully he does add on some more. I'm going to look like a right retard if not. I do give John a really hard time, and I make sure that if I didn't move, he would hit me. I've done this before where I don't move and he just puts the... Oh, well, no. This was months ago, where he'd ask me to roll and I just wouldn't move, and he'd just put the glove over my head, and I'm like, John, man, just fucking hit me in the head. Just clonk me. It's my fault for not moving. Yeah, so we do add a hook at the end there as well. So we're going up, hook, roll, then hook again. Yeah, really nice combos. Very happy with how this round looks, and general movement's going well. We sparred on Wednesday, got no footage of this. We should have got footage maybe. Mikkel and I, in the blue, if you see the blue square in the bottom kind of left of the, no, bottom right of the screen, should be down here, depending on where I put myself. We did boxing exclusively in that zone, and I felt so sharp. It felt so good. I'm a bit disappointed it's not on camera, but at the same time, little things not everything needs to be on camera, right? There's that chick there. I told him before this round, I was like, you need to get ready. So when the time comes and I've finished this, because I knew this round wasn't going to be a long round, this is just a kind of a finishing sequence round, I'll hold the pads for you. Because he'd come down and none of the boys turned up for him. A load of the boys in the chat said they were going to come down and no one turned up for him. I said in the chat, I was like, look, I'm down, but I'm PT. I'm not free. But I just felt bad for him, so I was like, 100% I'll hold the pads for you. I'll give you I think we did 5 rounds in the end, or 6 rounds, something like that. A really kind of good length time. But we'll talk more about that when we get to that. Let's look at these combos. So here, what we're doing, jab, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a body kick. Nice and simple. One thing I do find is when we do these kind of combo rounds, is that I am not prepared, but it feels like I just know what I'm doing. There's no having to save the gas in the tank. If I know what I'm doing, I can just exert myself appropriately until the end, and then I kind of can just keep going. Obviously, when I don't know what's happening, that's when I'm like, I push myself, get to the limit, and then I'm just absolutely iced. But yeah, what are we doing now? Has it changed? It's obviously changed, but I've probably just missed it because I've been yapping at the camera, but that's not a problem. Right, where are we? Okay, probably last combo, I think. Yeah, we've done 3. Last combo. So this will probably just be jab. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this was nasty. I actually told John to go fuck himself because the switching was a nightmare. So it's jab, body, land, cross, switch kick. But the problem is obviously something I'm really poor for is when I've kicked and then we cross after a kick. I'll just Superman throw it. So as my kick's coming down, I'll fire the cross, and that's not what you need to do. You need to land and then throw the cross, then throw the switch kick. To finish there, obviously 5 kicks each side, and I'm fucked. Lean on John. I'm done. That's a good hour. So now for me holding the pads, this is something that I think is it's a really good thing to be good at, and I try to be a really good pad holder for a couple of reasons. The main reason being, if you're a good pad holder, it means you will attract good training partners, right? If you're really a good pad holder, they will want to train with you, which means that you will then, when you swap, they will hold the pads for you and they will be able to help you. So if you can be a good pad holder, then that means that you're probably going to train with better people, which will hopefully improve development, right? So here, obviously, Jacek's really strong. He is strong. He benches 140 for reps. Just to give some context here, similar height to me, similar build, obviously a lot skinny, not skinny, skinny is the wrong word, a lot leaner than I am, but sometimes he misses a little bit of ferocity. What we mean by that is he just doesn't have that so you have to, I do give him a hard time. You'll see me shouting at him, and not shouting in a nasty way, but come on, you asked to be here. And then I'll hit him with the pads if he's not holding his hands up, because it's a way to improve. And I think that it's something he's really poor for. He just puts his hands down here, and if we're sparring, I just bop him in the face. But I can't do that when I'm holding the pads. Well, I can, but it's to the similar differences, you know. But I do think he's improved massively. When we've started at a similar time, and it used to be like getting blood from a stone. It used to be really difficult. Obviously, we got partnered a lot together because we were similar size, we started at a similar time. But yeah, nowadays it's much better. You can see him there on those twos, the crosses. A lot more power is put into them, and he feels like he really cares. And it's nice to train with him. I do enjoy training with him. And he's come such a long way, which is lovely to see. Yeah, just really enjoyable. Really enjoyable session. This is obviously session 1 still, so we are fresh to daisy here. Obviously, I mean, knackered at the end of that kind of 5th round. We had a bunch more. I think we did 10 rounds in total, but I only filmed 5. So, yeah, real fresh at the start of the week, which is lovely. But that's why, I kind of lost myself a little bit there. So let's just re-engage. Basically what I'm saying is that's why at the end I was absolutely knackered, but give me 30 seconds back on, pads back on, holding them for Jacek, and spriteful and ready once again. Yeah, and this was really nice. I think that doing the rounds for Jacek was really good, and also adding in some new stuff, because he doesn't often do elbows, so we put some elbows in here, put some teeps and stuff, and then really kind of pushed it on these last rounds so that he was exhausted. Because I think that it's something he wants, and that's what I have to like shout at him when he looks tired and like a bit down. He's Polish. His English isn't the best. It's good. It's very serviceable. It's better than my Polish, so I can't really comment on that. But I have to remind him he wanted this. And as soon as I shout at him, I'm like, you wanted to be here. He's instantly fired up again. He's like, yeah, do you know what? I do want to be here. He doesn't say that to me. He just goes, aye. But he loves it. And this body head combo here, he loves that combo. I think that he's really strong with it, and then his cross as well has got so much force behind it. It's a really solid cross. Anyway, that's kind of everything for this week. A bit of a longer video, but very much back to the basics. I've had actually a stormer of a week, which has been a pleasure. Very much 4 out of 7, 4 hard sessions. Circuits today was brutal. Honestly, there's not really much more to report. I think we're going to do something different next week. I need to do something different, I think there needs to be some kind of change and some virality, but it is what it is. Thank you for joining me once again. And yeah, we got a subscriber as well. We got to 20. Yes! 20 subscribers. Honestly, I'm buzzing. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe below. Like, stick a comment on me. Tell me how mid of an athlete I am. Don't be mean to Jacek though. He's the boy. Anyway, have a great week, boys, and we'll see you next week.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.